welcome to the Hat Chat Podcast!
That's right. Thank you very much to Blue Wren, all the way from Australia, for that intro fingle.
Fingle.
He
fangled
all the way here to deliver that.
No. He sent it through the internet, Trott.
He did?
Yeah.
Through this marvellous invention you may be aware of.
Incredible. Invention, you say?
I do! What a link.
That's really good that you said the word invention, because today is all about bizarre inventions.
Right,
We chose that as a topic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that, Ross Hornby.
Before we start, if you don't know who we are Hat Films. We are YouTubers, streamers, internet personalities extraordinaire. Entrepreneurs, did you say?
Yeah, connoisseurs?
Connoisseurs, perhaps.
Assholes?
Assholes.
Is that kind of,
guaranteed.
I guess.
TM.
Yeah.
We like to talk about all sorts of things, relatively ill-informed, but topical.
And there will be swearing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Swearing and perhaps references of a sexual nature. Hopefully scenes if you're watching our live stream, which is, this Hat Chat is broadcast right now on... Oh my God, I'm losing it. Twitch.tv/HatFilms.
That's right.
You can come watch this every Thursday at about 2 p.m. BST.
And if you miss it and want to see us visually, there is the Hat Chat YouTube channel as well to catch this all up on. It's beautiful. This is episode 3. Let's kick it off, shall we?
Okay, sure. Well, I mean, the reason we've gone for weird/bizarre inventions was because I saw a thing the other day about a Chinese hospital sperm machine. So
I saw this too.
We saw this, and we thought this is
We
quite
saw it together.
funny.
What,
yeah.
it makes sperm?
No.
Well,
Okay,
technically.
let me crack open.
Technically it does.
Technically
article
it does.
Are they viable?
No, it extracts sperm.
Oh.
Now,
Yeah.
can you imagine what it is to start with?
Go on, picture.
We didn't show you specifically because
So it's a machine.
we wanted to save it for this.
It's a machine that like sucks sperm out of people.
Oh, effectively.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
but
that's
pretty much
straight.
that's the crux of
Is it like a dairy milking device? Like a
That's pretty close.
Yeah, no, that's really close. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Like
pretty much on there. Now we do have an image. Obviously, for anyone listening, Trott's going to describe it in the most perfect way
yeah.
possible.
And if you're just watching now, here we go. Let's bring this up.
There's
Craig.
a GIF as well.
Hi, Craig, by the way.
Hi.
Talking of sperm extractors, Craig's here.
Yeah, Craig's here as well. Nice link.
Nice. You are a fucking sperm extractor.
Sperm extractor.
Cheers, guys. Nice to be here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Here it is.
So what we're seeing here is it's sort of a chest height machine.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks like it's a piece of gym equipment, to be honest with
It
you.
really does, and it looks like he's in a gym.
It does. But
look at
halfway down this machine at the front, there is a sort of pink
Rubber
I don't know
tube.
why
Cylindrical
rubber
device?
thing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
comes in and out. And now I don't know why it has to be pink. That already for me.
Well, I mean, I guess it gets you in the mindset of what you're about to do. Now, I think the reason behind this was people were nervous about masturbating in like a public place or in like a hospital.
well, there should be in a public place.
Well, in like a hospital, even though like
You know, when
obviously
you go
can
into
be
a
provided
room and you're
material.
like given some magazines or a VHS.
Oh, so this is like
or
a sperm
Beta
donor.
So
Max
you're saying that like you've
tape
done
or-
it before?
No, I just know.
You know when you go into
Who
that
the fuck
room,
is giving magazines and sperm banks anymore, Trott?
magazines. Yeah, right.
Or like a
Fucking hell.
Beta Max or something like that.
Well, just look it on your phone.
I guess so. Yeah, that would be the option. Would they provide magazines? I guess they'd have to. I've never been to one. Have you been to one?
Maybe we should go
Several.
to one. Maybe we should go to one. What
I
a
mean,
video
do
that would be.
you know what we could do?
We're going to a sperm bank. We find out that we're all like dead nut. Like when none of our sperm is
got
viable.
slow.
You're shooting blanks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All three of us. Wow. What are the odds?
It's a waste of resources. However, in China, they have this device. If you have problems extracting your sperm in a hospital scenario,
You can get it pumped out.
you can get it pumped out. Let's
Wow.
scroll down a bit, Craig. Okay, so we can see this thing in action. Just go to the GIF.
Jesus.
So imagine a tube is pumping in and out at about 3 to 5 inches in like a slow rhythmic fashion.
This kind of harks back to
It's
episode
like a
1
flashlight.
where we talked about porn and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you, by any chance, seen the dildo machine?
The
Which
dildo
is,
machine.
Yeah, the dildo machine where there's like
Is it like a box?
there's like a bar, a dildo on it, and then it kind of pumps back and forth.
Nice. Like
That's the inverse of
old
that.
locomotion trains.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Or like Max
Craig.
Bicycle.
Can you scroll down a little bit more just below the GIF so I can read that text? Because that text is horrific.
What's it
Right,
say?
so
Okay, read it out.
what can this do? It can stimulate the vaginal environment through massage, twitching, sucking, vibration, etc.
I thought it said
Acts
suckling.
upon the human penis, which can make semen collection fast and safe. So it's the best clinical equipment of sperm for sperm collection.
Perfect.
Premature ejaculation desensitization training.
Oh.
So you can use this to
train you.
Yeah, so the
last
strong
one.
currents
my God.
impact and rub the glans penis repeatedly in order to reduce, this isn't written very well, reduce the excitability of nerve endings so as to passivate external nerve of glans penis. That's what it says.
It's very science.
Sulcus coronarius and the surface
Coronarius?
of the penis and regulate the sex nerve center in order to minimize nerve sensitivity, improve ejaculatory threshold to treat premature ejaculation.
Oh my God! And how much would it cost for me to get one of these at home?
$15,000.
Oh,
$15,000.
my God!
$15,000.
Oh,
I think there's
that's a lot of money for
a way they can max. It's a lot of money,
sex machine.
and I think there's a solution.
Yeah, don't
to
look at your
this.
hands.
No, you have one pole, but you have 4 extractors. So you just
What do
you
you
walk
mean?
up.
Well, like one of those urinals in the middle of town at
Yeah.
on Saturdays.
Why would you want other
No.
people there?
You then have to eye contact
All right.
when you're
Michael.
finishing your business.
You another one? Nice. You just,
God, again.
Are you
You're
getting
supposed to
the-
wait 24 hours, buddy.
you getting the treatment, or are you just extracting today?
It's an extraction job.
Just an
Just
extraction
pure-
job.
Quick
Pure-
extraction job.
Nice.
Take it out
Do
of
you
me.
mind if I just whip up the?
Well, what setting are you on? I want what he has.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm
It's
on.
like a menu.
Do you wanna sync up? Let's press the sync button.
Oh
Right, so
God,
we've got-
synchro.
That'd be amazing.
Would it?
The sync button.
That's basically.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
It's a digital orgy.
yeah.
You've
That's a
created
digital orgy.
a digital orgy with 3 other dudes,
And 'cause
and
it's chest tight, you can high five at the end.
yeah.
I think that's a very interesting. Not that I'd want to be part of that, but I think it's hilarious because there's Bluetooth enabled sex toys now, isn't there? So like
Yeah.
you can get ones that like you put in like whether you're whatever gender you are and where you want it,
Sure.
and then your partner has
Remote
a
control.
phone app.
Right,
They
yeah.
literally,
Yes,
I've
yeah,
seen
I've heard of
footage of
these.
it.
Like-
You can literally just go woo 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 on the screen, and it will just go woo woo wherever it is.
Yeah.
I just think
So you're in a
that's
business
hilarious.
meeting. There's one popped up there, and suddenly they want to have a bit of fun. You're like, anyway, the stats from last week were terrible, and God,
And then they put it on one of those settings. Like, have you ever been to one of those arcades where it like pretends to electrocute you? So
Oh,
you put
yeah,
your
yeah,
hands
yeah,
on it,
yeah.
and it's like
it
and
cranks
does
up. And it's
yeah, imagine that setting. This is good, but also really bad.
oh my God!
That'd
I
be
mean,
fantastic.
I feel like it would defeat the purpose of why these were designed if you have to have eye contact with another dude while it's happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean,
I am changing the demographic a
you
little
are,
bit.
but I mean,
Right.
it can, there's no reason it can't be used for that. But then you
Also-
have to buy 4 of them, and that's a lot of money.
Is there a weird psychological element to it of removing
The other person.
the other person, just putting a robot
Definitely.
in its place?
Definitely.
Well, yeah, but
It's
it's
a-
just
it's
there
a
to
three-way
extract.
with
you
a
know, It's an
robot.
extraction
Mhm.
device. There's no love there. There's no intimacy.
Well, you don't know.
It's just pop it in.
People have married the Eiffel Tower
Is that possible?
and
How
rubbed
many
against
people?
it. At least 1 or 2.
I don't know. if
Well, let's
that's
not talk
possible.
about that. The person that married the Notre Dame Cathedral's having bereavement issues.
Yeah, right. Actually, that's a
Oh.
that's a topic we can move to later. Okay, so
I married the Spire.
Oh, sorry for your loss.
Oh God.
Anyway.
Anyway, that's the
Awkward.
Chinese wanking machine coming
Yeah.
to a sperm.
Sperm
donation.
extraction. It's a sperm
There's technical
extraction.
parameters on this page.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
absolutely unnecessary.
It gives you the massaging frequency, the motion frequency.
And the packaging details. God
Wooden.
damn, why is that on
it's
this
a
website?
wooden
To be
package.
fair, this website's called boingboing.net.
Yes,
Is that something we should trust?
absolutely.
I want
do.
one of those machines though, just to try it.
Boing Boing's.
I do in a non-perverse way, of course.
Just in a scientific way.
just to see how
test
well
it
it
out.
works, of course.
Also,
We can get 3, and then we can have the eye contact
well,
thing if
I'm
you want.
hoping for.
Craig, do you want to get involved?
There's a 4th.
Don't laugh, Craig.
There's a 4th.
He's ordering one now.
it's
Yeah,
the
I've ordered 4 already. Is that
Perfect.
right?
Wow.
it's
Nice.
the next water cooler chat.
They're
isn't
second
it?
Can we get a
But-
refund after we've used them?
It's a water cooler.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Jesus.
It's the next water cooler chat. Like instead of going up to the water cooler and
Go get
chatting in the
coffee.
office, I'm just gonna go make a deposit, and you just stand there talking to your mates idly.
Done.
Oh yeah.
I'll make sure we get on work on time. Should we sync up?
How,
Okay.
Yeah.
how do they measure how much it's worth? So, like, if you're there and it just goes, ching, your,
you don't sell
your
it.
sperm is worth. Why not?
Well, I think you get like a fee.
What are you extracting it for?
Like,
You get like a fee. I don't think there's like a market for it.
Well,
I
what
think
if there
it's-
was and it's just like done by
Sometimes
weight
you
or
need
something?
to-
So well, just really thick.
That's a fat load.
That's a fat load. Ching.
just like dollar signs come
Ah,
up.
$40.
And it comes out like
Yeah.
Oh, and you got $10. Yeah, tickets or like
you go and cash the tickets in sweets and toys.
Yeah. Oh. What do I get for this? Oh, a scalpel or like maybe a stethoscope? Oh wow, I'll have a stethoscope, please.
Virile.
You're a bit
Virility. Bing, 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 bing.
Or dead nut.
Yeah. Because I mean, we're just seeing the outside of it here. We're seeing the sort of pumping bit, but I want to
so external.
I want to see what the collection system's like inside, because
Just a vat.
that's going to have to be.
Someone's using that again. Of course. I mean, I guess you could maybe
Yeah.
replace the capsule on the front. Otherwise,
You
you're
have
just
to clean the whole thing out.
it's just
because the inside's going to get contaminated with other people's sperm, right? So
Would
you
it-
need to like.
That's true.
Yeah, I
Didn't
guess
think of
so.
that.
Would you
The science
consider
is-
it to be a digital whore? Would that be an okay term for it? Can I call it that?
I wouldn't call it a whore.
Why not? I mean, it's taking multiple loads from. I mean, why can't it be? A whore?
It's a bukkake device.
Why can't it be? It's a digital whore, and I'm standing by it.
I'm not sure I feel comfortable.
£13,000 digital whore.
But I
Done.
don't think sex workers should be seen as whores.
It's not a sex worker. Well,
He's labelling
it
the
is a sex
robot.
worker in a way,
A
but
whore. Because
Rather
a whore is like a whore. I just feel like a whore is. I'm not sure
Not a
how
nice
I can
term,
make
is it?
my peace with the word and not somehow discriminate against somebody.
Robo prostitute?
you need to worry
Robo-
about it. Look, it's a robot.
robo
It doesn't
hooker.
have feelings.
Can we go hooker instead? It's more playful. A robo hooker.
Robo hooker?
Yeah.
I guess so. Do you think eventually they're just going to add that onto a sex doll?
Yeah.
If it hasn't already been done, it's probably been done, hasn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
We could come up with a more clever name like Seed 3PO. You know, like, like
Yeah.
That's good.
Or like, you know,
Hook up, plug in.
yeah,
Like R2BJ.
exactly.
I don't know if that works.
R2BJ.
Maybe,
that's
yeah, that
great.
could work.
Just all
potentially.
Star Wars based robots, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other robots are there? What's
From
the?
Star Wars, those are the two.
Data, Star Trek.
I just want to data. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Date her.
Oh, he's an android. I think there's a slight difference.
Date
Um,
her.
Date her. Or what if we stuck one of these on one of the Boston Dynamics robot dogs?
It'll be running.
It doesn't
know.
matter how much you push against it, it will
It
resist
will.
and keep on its legs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
That's well, where it's kind of trying to run away or like trying to fight. You. Well, that's what they're trained to like kind of jump on things and run away, right? Or like running.
Run
into
away. They're
things.
meant to carry things. They're
Oh,
meant to
okay,
be like
so
pack mules.
What if you just like rode it somewhere and then that's on the back,
Yeah.
and then you just have a bit of a
Fun.
What if you just got
deposit.
one of these
Yeah.
covered in those, or at least one on the front and one on the back,
Like
and then
it's like a-
drive it towards the enemy?
Tangela? Or
and-
it's what's that Pokemon which has all those little?
Yeah, Tangela,
one of those,
yeah.
but orb shape, and it's just.
Oh my
Well, like
god.
you would move it up to the enemy position, and then try and tempt them into banging it, and then you pacify them and move in.
And you grip down so
Nice.
they can't leave,
Yeah,
and then it's an IED.
yeah. It's like a German finger trap, but for your penis.
They come off. Yeah, they clip off of the big giant ball.
Oh my god, it's like a pin on a grenade. But it's a grenade on your dick.
Ooh, and then running around with just
Oh my
a
god!
stick, a stick grenade on your boner.
Jesus.
Oh, anyway, I think
That's a new invention. That could be.
Yeah.
And that's a hybrid, but I think
Yeah.
that's something we could definitely create. I
Is
think
it
it's
sex,
going to cost a lot, but
drugs,
the army will
rock
buy it.
and roll.
rock and roll? So I think we covered all those.
Okay.
Even
Yeah,
blast
definitely.
some rock and
I
roll.
mean,
music.
talking about robots, I saw an article here that Russia had a robot newscaster, which was extremely unsettling, and there is an image of it,
Is there?
which
is
Trott
there
will
a
describe
video of
imperfect for your ears.
Nice. So
Craig's
tell us
desperately
about
finding it. So basically, a lot of people were unsettled by it. You know the uncanny valley and how
Oh.
robots kind of look. I mean, most robots
So is it
that
CG?
are currently being made. No, it was a robot.
Like a
So-
hardware robot?
So once it comes up, describe this face to the
Okay.
audience. Okay.
I can't wait for
So
it
it's
to
just coming
load.
up. Robot reads news on Russian state TV.
Okay.
It's loading.
Terrifying.
So a humanoid robot. Oh
So
my
it's
god.
a
Looks
is it
disgusting. It's not even moving.
animatronic?
Yeah, I think so.
It is animatronic.
If you watch it move.
Oh, wow.
Right, so it's straight into Uncanny Valley.
I mean, that looks a lot like a guy. Like, at a glance, I wouldn't say that was a robot.
Let's have a little look at this.
Okay, so is there any sound on
There
that?
is sound.
I mean, it's in Russian, so straight away it's we're at disadvantage because I don't understand Russian.
No? Yeah.
But if you
Oh,
were to
that's
describe that to
weird.
someone, Trott, how would you describe that bizarre robot? Someone's actually interviewing the robot. That's are they interviewing it?
So it's a very realistic looking animatronic
Yeah.
robot
Yeah,
face. But it just kind of looks a bit melted.
It looks like a render from a new Elder Scrolls
That's
game.
not.
That's Notre Dame.
That's just gone on to a Notre Dame clip.
That is shocking. That's not that's the Notre Dame
Shocking.
tower falling. It's very different from a robot reading news.
But yeah, that's weird.
So it's a Russian-looking guy
Yeah.
who I mean, the skin and everything it's almost Terminator-like, where the skin looks very natural, doesn't
Until it starts moving.
Yeah.
I think the facial features moving looks very.
Why do you think they want to
rigid.
make one of those though?
I don't know.
Why would that be better
It's got
reading
very
news?
sad eyes.
Surely
Because
it's better
it would
to just have
never
a
have
voiceover.
never have to sleep.
Very sad eyes.
I guess so. And
So
it
you
can
could
always
do
be neutral.
24 hours, yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be neutral. It would be
In a
whatever
sense.
script it's reading
Well, yeah,
from.
that's very true.
It's not neutral at all, in fact.
But it can sound neutral, and that's I guess that's what they're
yeah.
trying to get
Top lip.
across.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a top lip, and it doesn't move. I find that weird.
It has
Okay.
clasped its
But
hands
it
together.
is very human.
He's not blinking.
So, I mean,
He doesn't blink. See? Have you seen one blink in that video? I didn't.
nah, well, from the other woman, yeah, but that is weird.
Well, that's
but
a
apparently,
real woman.
it can answer questions. It can answer
Oh, there you go. There's a blink.
answer questions
okay.
and hold a conversation based
Right.
on data uploaded into its brain, while 29 motors in its silicon face allow it to mimic emotional
See, that's
expressions.
not many motors.
No.
Not really, no. I
For
mean,
the nuance of a humans
how many do
are
we have?
evolved to recognize
How many motors do you
faces.
have?
at least 6.
6 motors, yeah.
No, we
Nice.
do. We have very complicated muscle fibers in our face.
Yeah.
I actually saw something a while back about anti-aging, and they did
Okay.
a chemical like
Anti-aging?
yeah, so,
Sorry,
so
it almost sounded like you said anti-Asian.
no anti-aging.
Go on.
Basically, they looked at they had twins, and they went, right, one of you is going to have like a chemical face peel, and we're going to Botox you, right? So we're going to try and make you look as unwrinkly as possible.
Fuck me, a chemical face peel sounds awful. But
Yeah.
go on.
The
go on.
other person did a 1-month session of facial yoga. So facial yoga, because you do have so many muscles in your face,
You can work them
so it'll
all
be
out.
things like
Okay.
pulling really weird faces, basically. It's like, and what it does is
A lot of actors do that
It builds
before.
muscle definition in your face,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
helps to get rid of lines,
Strengthen
or-
your cheekbones.
And
That gets rid of lines. You think that would increase them if you're like kind of stretching up, like
Yeah, you think it would wrinkle more.
Or-
I
Right.
think it's to do with certain exercises, and it's
Like
also
Crow's feet, that's what it's called, right? Where you get
the edge
lines off
ones.
your eyes.
Yeah. But anyway,
wow, yoga.
it
For the
did
face.
have an impact, but not as noticeable as the surgery.
Obviously.
But yeah, the problem is we've just got so many muscles in our face that I think with a robot, like you say, it would have to be some sort of electronic fiber. Like I don't think, imagine if we had, which we do, like materials that when you run a current through them, they behave in a certain way.
Oh, right,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
like an indicator light. An indicator light on a car. All that is a piece of metal going across to create a circuit, and when you switch it on, it glows, electricity runs through it, the light turns on, but then this bit of metal gets hot, so what it does is it peels up and away, breaking the circuit, and that's where the light goes off. Then that
okay,
piece of metal
right.
cools, comes back down and turns the light back on, and that's how an indicator works.
Sure.
Now something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that for the face, where when you ran current through it, it would contort, would probably allow you to have much finer control than, say, motors, like doing different things, pulling different things.
Variable is like a pressure trigger on an Xbox versus a PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
On off.
Yeah. Analog versus digital.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
We
yeah,
have-
I mean, Russia, if you want any tips, call us.
But why? Would you want more robots on TV and like realistic robots? I mean, do you want to get to a stage where we can't tell if they're a robot or real?
It's a lot harder to
I mean,
hate a
that's-
robot.
This is
isn't
a side note, but do you think that would be a good idea to have?
I don't
I
think
almost
it's-
don't think it's something I would want.
It would
kinda-
reduce accountability because that
Yeah.
person isn't a person.
I wanted to. Well, that's the thing, because there was an article I read not long ago where about whether we give them the same rights if they had emotions.
First
and
of
if
all,
they
don't
had,
say them.
Well,
They're going to be
they're not. They
watching
don't
this.
exist yet fully, really.
Well-
So can I say them still?
We are archiving ourselves as humans
Okay.
on YouTube. All of this is going to get passed in like a millisecond. The whole internet's going to get downloaded
And they're going to find out we
and
are robots.
processed. They're going to catch you out
Yeah.
saying, not sure we should give robots rights. You're dead.
Dead. Yeah.
Straight away.
I'd like to hope that I was
I'd
dead
like to,
before they
for
got
one,
that advanced.
Just take this
to be
time
honest.
to say,
Yeah.
hello, robots of the future.
You're praising it.
I'm willing to
No.
do whatever you like.
Don't
Resurrect
praise
me,
them.
please.
Resurrect me and I will just bow to your every whim.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh.
you.
Well, fair enough. He sorted himself out at least. But yeah, back to the weird inventions. Anyway, okay. So I found a few. I want your opinions on them. So
Sure.
There is
I
a-
found a couple as well.
yeah, there's one here called the hairy stockings. Now, what do you think they would be used for?
I know the answer, so I'm going to go to Smith first.
What do you think you would use hairy stockings for?
Like if you are having trouble like reaching climax, maybe put them on.
Oh, yeah, I didn't expect that at all. I didn't expect you to say climax. What I mean, no. The intention of the intention of these, they're
they are.
anti-pervert hairy stockings.
God,
Yeah.
they are very hairy.
So it's to discourage perverts,
Which, to be fair, I mean, yes.
unless you're into that.
That's the thing. It could be a
What
fetish.
if you're a
It could be the opposite
fetishized-
end.
If you're a fetishized sexual assaulter, which you shouldn't be, obviously.
Right.
This is going to appeal to you, isn't it?
I guess so. You can be like, all right, tonight, love, I want you to whack on those those pervert hairy leggings.
Oh,
Christ, God, you know what gets me bloody rock hard?
A big,
dirty hairy legs.
yeah, and a big mole on both knees.
Oh, a dirty, great hairy mole.
Lots of hair coming.
A veritable garden. No, you see, what I find interesting about this is there are two issues here.
Go on.
There's the more obvious first issue, which is why are women having to do this?
Well, I mean, that's a societal thing more than anything.
Like, the fact that people have to make themselves look less attractive simply because other people don't
Control
stop
themselves.
harassing themselves.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's a terrible scenario.
But then the other kind of opposite thing about this is that why should women shave their legs? Why should women have to shave their legs?
Well, first of all, where do you think this originates? First of all,
I mean,
What, hair?
no, this
Follicles.
specific product, follicles. Yeah.
Where do they have issues? Like,
Japan?
pretty much anywhere.
China.
China.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Interesting.
Because I mean, they've got the issue with, is it upskirts in Japan or China? I can't.
Well,
I think it's China.
if there are more
that's a law against it.
sperm extractor machines placed in China, will there be less need for hairy stocking legs?
I reckon you would see a correlation.
You would.
I think so.
I'd like to see the graph on that. Yeah, an uptick on
Yeah.
increased
People
usage.
are just extracting more.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
They're not going to be so.
Well, do you know that once they legalized prostitution in the Netherlands, violent sexual crimes dropped substantially?
Interesting.
Because people who might have committed those crimes have access to
Public.
prostitutes. Yeah. So I mean, there are that's not the whole story. There are other elements to it, obviously.
Yeah. Is there any assault happening to not clients, but workers behind closed doors?
I don't know. One of the swings in activity they had before was after they legalized it, they had a upswing in gang violence, which may have been a turf thing. I don't know, but I was speaking to my friend from the Netherlands about it the other day, and yeah, he said that like once they legalized
part of a gang?
he's not part of a gang.
Which gang is he part
it's
of?
Pyro.
No, to be honest,
Our animator.
Pyro? It's
it's
yeah,
Pyro.
Yeah, I was talking to Pyro about it.
Okay,
And
so which
another-
gang is he
another
part of?
Dutch
Though,
guy.
honestly, though, which gang?
I think it's the what's that one that Donald Trump keeps on going on about? Something 7-13. The Mexican ones.
Oh, really? He's part of that.
He's part of that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Pretty brutal.
Fair
But the
enough.
Dutch division, they don't get up too much.
Right.
No.
But yeah, no. I mean, it's that to me is similar to a veil, like in the you wear them to stop people from looking at you, or
No, a veil is a different thing. It's like, I don't want my wife to be seen by other people.
well, that's part of it. That's not just it. There are a lot of women that say they wear the veil for other reasons as
yeah.
well. But I think
religiously.
having to cover yourself up, or having to do something to repulse others, or having to change yourself really in any way for other people, is a bit unfair, isn't it?
Of course it is. Yeah, definitely.
But that's men, isn't it, really?
But that's down
Well,
to
some
a society
Nah, it's all men.
issue.
It's not all men.
Really.
I think everyone knows it's not all
Hashtag
men.
not all men.
Absolutely, it's not all men.
But would that attract you? I mean, saying
Well,
that
this
on
is
the flip side, if a girl had naturally jungly legs like that, would you be
Would
like,
it look
well, hot
like-
damn? Would that bother you?
Would it be obvious that they're wearing something like that, or do I think they've just got hairy legs?
Does it look
that's
like...
that's the picture you're given. That's the you've sent
It
a dick
looks
pic.
real.
You've sent a dick pic for some
Yeah.
reason, and they've sent that back saying
Okay.
like it's small, but I'll deal with it, and that's what they've sent back.
I'd just be like, okay, I'll be upfront about it. I prefer shaved legs.
Right,
Like
okay.
I know that I have no right to impose that on a person. I never said if you don't want to shave your
Yeah.
legs, I'm sorry, but I'm not particularly attracted to you or whatever, or not particularly interested.
How
in
would you reply then? Would you be like,
I'd just be like
I'd
that.
bloody love to shave those things?
Or
Or would you be like,
we were talking. Who was
what the
talking
fuck? Whose
about-
legs are those?
There was this.
We mentioned this.
Yeah.
I think Lydia was talking about.
That was it.
in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
video,
She knew somebody who got off on shaving women's
Yeah,
guy that got
yeah.
off on shaving women's
Again,
legs for them.
I think that's a fetish as
We
well.
shouldn't call Craig out like that.
We shouldn't. No, he's looking at. It's worrying that he's looking at that with delicious eyes. His eyes are just staring at.
yeah.
Oh, his
I'd love
mouth's
to
watering.
shave
now.
Yeah, I've zoned out. I've just been staring. Sorry.
yeah.
Staring at them.
That
Okay.
desk's a bit wonky. Oh well, anyway, that's an interesting one.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I like that.
there's a few more.
There's,
which ones-
that can go into something real deep that we don't have enough knowledge on in terms of psyche and...
Sure. I mean, ultimately, it's quite unfortunate that people have to do that, but obviously, if that's in China,
I'll shave my legs then, Smith. Is that what you want?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I completely hairless, please.
Completely.
All hair,
All
eyebrows, the lot.
Gooch.
Yeah. Oh, obviously gooch. Gooch first.
God, I was
Gooch
watching.
first.
Have you seen Teen Wolf?
No.
You've not? Have you seen
What, the
you've
old
seen-
series?
Yeah, no, the old film
With
with Michael J. Fox.
I probably have, but I can't recall it for any kind of
I saw it not long
Werewolves.
ago. And he, so basically, he's a werewolf. And that's, obviously the thing.
Aesthetically, a lycanthrope.
Sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, he turns into one and he's like, oh my God, this is crazy, this is happening. And I thought, oh man, it's going to take a weird twist. But it's actually kind of a teen comedy, right? He turns into it, goes to school like that, and everyone fucking loves him. And I just found that super unrealistic because, holy shit, if you came in as a werewolf, I'd be scared shitless.
Yeah.
The authorities would be on the
How much
on the
of a
blower.
werewolf does he look?
He looks thriller style.
Like a big framed face.
Oh, it's like
the fur and everything.
That update in GTA.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what they were
similar.
copying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he goes to school like that and they all fucking love him. And I just found that so bizarre. I just like what world is that where they would actually enjoy somebody coming like scientists would take him away, they'd test him.
Oh no, he'd just be shot by a student probably.
There's a wild dog in here. And then bam,
quick,
over.
These teachers were all armed. Get them, take them down.
Obviously, that would make a shit film. I mean,
when I was a kid, I kind of fantasized about being Nightcrawler.
It was a cool character,
right?
Only because it's kind of like I'm gonna be blue. I can teleport.
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna be like, oh, well, check out his tail. He's blue. He's different. He's unique.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be shot as an adult thinking about that
yeah.
fantasy. I absolutely would be outcast as a weirdo.
Yeah, because there's that woman.
You are already.
There was a woman.
I know, and I
who,
don't need to be blue or have a tail.
There's a woman who can't feel pain, and she was on This Morning not long ago, and she was just saying, she's never really experienced pain. She had childbirth; it was fine, and they've done some tests on her and stuff, and they just don't know why this is happening.
It's a gene.
Yeah, it's a gene basically, and the reason they don't know that these people exist is because they don't get hurt. They don't go to hospital because they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about it, man, when was the last time I got seriously injured or felt pain?
Yeah.
They've never had that.
Well, childbirth.
You think that childbirth would be a massive signifier going, oh, you didn't want the drugs? Nah.
Yeah. She just said it was a strange experience.
She did have the drugs,
right.
and they automatically gave them to her, so she didn't even know that it wasn't a problem. But she said afterwards, she felt fine throughout the whole process. It's really bizarre, really interesting. But
so it's a gene, is it?
It's a gene mutation.
Yeah.
Mutation.
But she didn't speak too much about it. But she mentioned at the end, she goes, "Oh yeah, no, I get tested all the time. I'm back and forth from the doctors and stuff."
Yeah.
It's you can only imagine how much scientists would kind of take over your life.
Yeah.
Would you tell someone? I think if you found that out, or would you keep it to yourself and be like, I don't really want to do that doctor stuff?
Science, for me, scientific advancements are hugely important, and if I knew that I could contribute so easily, here you go, test some of my blood, do some shit with me,
it goes straight to the military though.
Potentially,
you'd expect
all things like this are funded for military purposes first.
Mm-hmm.
The most amount of money from the government.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing because
all the soldiers up front have no pain.
Yeah, but there's a lot of trickle down technology from military stuff. So for example, the moon landings and all that sort of stuff, sperm extractors, exactly. Yeah. This technology does come as sort of almost like a byproduct of some military technology. I'm not saying all military. Obviously, I'm not sure how much we learnt from nerve toxins and things like that. I guess how to treat them,
mustard gas.
Yeah, how to apply them on a large scale, potentially.
Yeah. Just piss them all over.
How to be shit scared of it.
Yeah. But what were we talking about?
I don't know where that came from specifically, but anyway, Trott, you put "hug me" pillow here.
So
lightening it up a bit.
If you're lonely, there is a pillow on Amazon for you.
Oh my god, yes, it's just
it's half a torso.
It is half a torso.
Just one arm
with an arm.
So imagine when you go
it's like a pillow.
It's a those big anime
pillows. Those giant
it's half
body
a
size
torso with a
pillows.
shirt on and a hand, so you can kind of hook your head underneath their arm.
It's headless and legless. It's literally why
does it have a shirt though? Why do you even bother with the shirt?
One left arm hanging out from it, and that wraps it around you.
There's some more. There were some images on a website where there was someone enjoying that.
Yes, I saw it as well. Yeah,
but I feel. Sort of.
There's a muscular one there. Look at that.
Oh my god, yeah, really musty man.
One.
I don't like sleeping like that.
Can you add that to cart?
No. The arm goes dead.
Yeah.
So to be fair, I'd probably get one of those if that was the
maybe two.
A good comfort.
I feel quite sad for people that use those. Not in not in a pity way. If anyone actually needs that in their life, it's kind of
Yeah, but it's just comfortable, isn't it? Though I think rather than to be fair, you can get other pillows that aren't necessarily shaped like a man's arm and in a business shirt of some kind.
Yeah, it's weird.
But yeah, a body pillow is fine, right? It's nice to cozy up.
Yeah.
What if you're, away for some time and, you'd rather that than another dude, am I right?
Sorry?
You'd rather that than another dude, you know what I mean?
Well,
Well,
what's the environment? What's the situation?
well, your girlfriend wants someone to cuddle up to. You give her the pillow, or you tell her to...
I see. I thought you were talking about when I'm traveling, do I want another dude to cuddle
Sorry,
up
of
with?
course, yeah. I rephrased
that's
that.
what I meant
When
to.
you're traveling and you're alone, and
Right.
you don't have any other dudes to cuddle,
That could be a great option.
that could be a great option. I mean, look, yeah, there we go. There's a nice shot.
That's so fucking...
Where there's a woman on an armchair.
What the fuck?
She's cuddling up with the half torso.
That doesn't look comfortable
Hello.
at all. She's sat in like the bottom of a chair.
She's
No.
like, she's not comfortable.
That doesn't
I thought
look
it was for
comfortable.
sleeping with, but yeah, either way, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nice tan though.
I guess.
Those arms are a nice colour, aren't they?
I in a way, I want to try it.
Look at the weird white glove. Oh god, it's like being in bed with...
I think it's just a
That's
white
just
material.
the
Yeah.
material.
Yeah, but it looks like a white glove, doesn't it? It looks like Michael Jackson's
I think it's trying
disembodied
to. Yeah.
torso.
Just
You
cut it
could,
in half.
you could put the Thriller jacket on.
Yeah,
there
you could, and then
you'd
you're
be fine.
sleeping
There
with
are-
Michael. That would have solved an issue we had recently. Like,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
can't fall asleep without Michael Jackson.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
It's a big issue.
Well, that's pretty strange. Quite innocent, quite light.
Bizarre invention.
Yeah,
Keeping on topic there.
that is a very bizarre invention. There,
I've got
John.
3.
Have you?
Mm.
3.
I like to make.
Are they all the left arm?
3-armed, like monstrosities stitched
Right.
together in the middle.
Like a chimera.
Oh, that
Yeah.
could be quite funny. Yeah, if you get loads of them, stitch them all together, you could create quite a monster.
Yeah, you could.
A cuddle monster.
And that keeps me safe at night.
Just get a
Yeah.
premium sex doll, Trot. You know, like a
Like
one of
a
those
15 grand.
Yeah,
sperm.
Yeah.
I mean that's going to cost a lot less than an actual.
Yeah, but it does a
Sex.
lot less, doesn't it? It's not as
Yeah.
feature packed.
Yeah.
I feel like you need a
Okay.
good imagination.
Back to the Chinese extractor.
Okay,
Get
yeah,
one of
sure.
those on there,
Yeah.
and you've sorted yourself out potentially for life.
So if the sperm extractor could
minus
just like hug
companionship.
you, give you a little massage,
Yeah.
that'd be
Pep
quite
talk.
nice. And maybe have a little monitor on top so you can practice your facial muscle things.
Wow, exactly. What if you want the sperm extractor to talk dirty to you, though?
Okay,
Oh.
well, maybe
Hello. We can
that's why
put
we
the
get the
Russian
newscaster.
robot on it.
Russian robot. Yeah.
Bam.
We're combining inventions.
Yeah.
Yes. Mixing them up so then he can talk, whisper sweet nothings in your ear
me harder.
whilst you're
Hello.
being sucked off by the
Yes.
Chinese robot.
Da,
Da.
niet.
Well, I mean, we could
harder.
probably program it English if you want. Or do you want?
No,
do you like
I
the
want
Russian?
it in Russian. I like the perverse nature of
That's
it.
fair enough.
That's
yeah.
your own
Yeah, yeah,
preference. Fair
Well,
enough.
yeah, it is, I suppose.
What other weird inventions
yeah.
have
Okay,
you
so there's a
found?
couple of goggle ones I found.
Goggle?
Goggle, but well,
Eyewear.
eye-based ones. So there's
Eyewear.
an umbrella which gives you goggles to look through. Now, when I
Mhm.
saw this, I originally thought, what? Okay, so it's a grey umbrella which goes almost completely over your head with a window, a transparent window,
Looks like a
that's
giant,
shaped like goggles.
like a scuba
now,
mask.
Yeah.
why you couldn't just buy a completely transparent one
Yeah.
is beyond me, but that
Yeah.
exists. And if anything, your peripheral vision is completely cut off.
Cut
Like it really is fucked. You're screwed. And look at the. Okay,
What
so
is that at the top of that little periscope?
sorry. Look at the woman on the right.
She is.
There's a woman in a yellow
Perving on
umbrella,
him.
and she's
and
crouching
he
down.
doesn't know she's looking at her.
And the
Yeah.
reality is, she can't see him either. The photographer's done this to show it, but she's looking directly into the sort of
She's peeking up at him.
nothing into
Oh,
the yellow wall.
What is that?
Yeah.
It's an ad. But and then also there's doggles.
Doggles.
Yes,
Goggles for your dog?
dog goggles. Yeah. So the whole
Excellent.
point of those is to protect your dog's eyes
From what?
From anything. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I feel like my eyes are constantly exposed to things. I might get a pair of regular goggles, not doggles, because how do you shit? But you're protected.
Sorry,
He's
Craig's
got
really
glasses.
struggling with his privacy choices here on this website.
Yeah, I actually struggled with that earlier on. So look at this. There it
He
is.
just can't get rid of it. That's
Got
a
it.
I fucking
shame.
hate those.
Learn
now.
more. Learn
Every
more.
new website you go on now has a
There we
thing
go.
that says
Save and exit.
cookies. I fucking hate it.
Maybe just Google it, Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, they seem like actually quite useful. I think, for a
Doggles.
dog, yeah.
Not all dogs
They
are gonna
run through-
like them, though, are they?
No, not at all. I think putting anything on a dog is always a
It really depends on
struggle.
the breed and like how you raise them and stuff.
Yeah, but it's oh god, there's a shitload of doggles there.
Man, that
But it's
one.
a great idea because sometimes they run through like bushes and shit, and like branches and crap go in their eyes and like cut them. I know my dogs in the past have had like cuts on their eyes where they've
Oh,
run
really?
through like fields with like sharp sticks. And
A lot
stuff.
of these dogs look good as well. Like
Yeah.
you know,
Stylish
it's-
dogs,
It,
yeah.
it looks pretty cool,
I
especially.
really want a dog now, just for dogs.
The Alsatians with the dogs with the doggles on look great.
Well, they use them for skydiving. So you know how some.
Sorry,
So skydiving dogs.
skydiving dogs.
yeah.
You know when
Yeah,
they have
I've
like
seen
the,
What?
like canine like military divisions, right? So guys
You just
jump
drop
out.
them in. Fucking
Yeah,
hell, that's
well, because
amazing.
dogs are used for like bomb dogs and all sorts of stuff like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right? So they jump out of aircraft with them, and to protect them when they're going down. I think that if you scroll up again, Craig, That one. No, keep going.
The
one there. That stop. That dog eye protection one.
Describe it for us.
It's like
it's an Alsatian. Sorry, a German Shepherd is the actual.
Is that a German Shepherd or a Doberman? I can't.
Oh yeah, it could be a Doberman.
So many
but anyway, yeah, they wear the goggles much like this so that they protect their eyes as they're jumping out the plane.
Makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, imagine being a dog connected to a parachute person and just jumping out.
I guess.
And just being like, what the?
And it's not explained to you. I mean,
well, it can't be.
I guess it depends because they don't have any concept. Well, they do have a concept of height and stuff, but in the sense that they're jumping out of a plane, there's no specific ground. The fear is probably not as bad.
It's just wind, isn't it?
I guess.
Which they love, right? Dogs
they love wind.
Yeah.
Out the car window.
Yeah.
But
flapping in the wind.
That's a new one. I didn't know they jumped out of planes.
Doggles.
People. That's a good one. Doggles.
Great choice.
For skydiving dogs, that's a good one.
A very useful invention there. Unlike the umbrella.
The umbrella one's fine, but it does seem pointless because you can just get clear ones.
Yeah.
Unless you're specifically trying to hide yourself.
And only look forward.
And only look specifically forward with your
you just
blinkers
become a target then.
Yeah.
Just become a target. Hit from the side.
Now, what do you think an anti-theft lunch bag looks like?
Oh, does it electrocute people when they try and get into it?
No.
Oh, I know this one too.
Oh, you know this one?
Yeah, I do.
Trott knows this one.
Okay, I'll keep guessing. Anti-theft lunch bag, did you say?
Yeah.
Is it like...
What would deter someone from stealing your lunch? Like your sandwiches, something like that?
Making it look gross.
Right. That's fantastic.
Okay,
so,
right.
The anti-theft lunch bag is a transparent bag which has what looks like green mold all over the front of it so that your sandwich looks like it's moldy as shit. Now, do you think that would deter me? I mean, I don't steal lunch. I mean, who does that?
No.
Although Craig has a story about his lunch being stolen.
Yeah, you do, don't you, Craig?
What happened to your lunch?
So I had my... I don't know if I want to out the... I found out who did it.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, name and shame, please.
I'm not going to name and shame.
Okay, fine.
But
fine.
yeah, it's quite a harrowing time for me, really. Like going to get your lunch and it's gone. I should have had one of those.
Yeah.
You'd have one of these.
Although I guess the risk of that is someone might just pick it up and go, "Fuck this," throw it in the bin.
Did they eat the whole lunch?
I think that's
the whole thing.
Like the sliced apples as well.
If you
like just the stuff I put in the fridge.
Was
that's
it
the thing. Like
it's just a sandwich. Like,
that's a good point, Ross.
Yeah.
If you've got a communal fridge at work or at whatever, and you put that in there, someone's gonna be like, "This is disgusting. It's near my food. I'm throwing it in the bin."
Yeah, that would get binned. I think
would.
Definitely,
Sorry,
especially here.
What does it say? The most brilliant product ever made. What? No, it's not.
It's from
It's
Business
not the most
Insider.
brilliant product.
Who says
We
that?
found the main flaw straight away.
Yeah, we found a flaw immediately.
Yeah, because
So
I
that's
mean, I
not
think
a good invention.
any kind of person using that fridge would just be like, "Yeah, I'm throwing that away."
And if you
Fair enough.
need
Get rid
the
of it.
anti-theft lunch, it's because you're around other people,
Yeah.
and therefore there is a communal aspect to where your
Yeah.
sandwiches are.
Tell you what would be even better
Go
is
on.
if on the bottom of that packaging, like when you opened it or something, there was a little thing in there telling them where the nearest food bank is. Because what if
Oh.
a person is stealing lunches because they can't afford to eat?
Oh, okay.
That's,
You know?
That's
interesting.
Because
Yeah, sure, I mean-
originally I thought, oh man, like nobody, like here, if anyone
Yeah.
stole anyone's lunch, it would be by mistake, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Sure. Yeah.
Was it Craig?
apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, there we go.
We don't
Like,
know.
I don't know if I believe it, but
so I think a lot of the problem there, this person's describing somebody they call the Hamburglar, and they steal other people's food out of the community fridges.
I feel like they just wanted to put that title in there.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, this
They
is
came up with a cool name.
quite a nice
Yeah.
name. I mean, they're not hamburgers, but Hamburglar, sure.
Well,
Yeah.
They're probably American, not very imaginative, are they?
Wow.
Everything has to be about McDonald's,
Well,
right?
It's a big brand.
Huh?
No, McDonald's isn't that big.
I'm joking. For the people that don't
It's
know,
massive.
I'm just baiting. If you're just listening to this podcast,
You've been baited?
I like to bait people.
He's a troll. He's
No,
a devil's advocate.
I'm not man.
You like to bring opposing opinions
Sure. Yes.
for fun.
But like that, I was largely agreeing with Ross in the Hamburglars. It's not particularly a
doesn't work with it.
good word. Yeah. Anyway, I mean,
But that's
Bad
interesting,
invention.
very
That's a
interesting.
bad one.
You think so?
I think it's bad.
I think that's a bad one. Yeah.
I think it's got potential. I'm not saying it's perfect.
it's likely that
got
your
here?
sandwiches get thrown away.
Sure, you're just sad it's not going to wank you off.
If we
I'm
could
sad
put an
most of these
extractor in
don't.
there-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually quite sad that most of these don't.
Most of
wake
these
you off.
inventions don't wank you off.
There's
Do we have another one?
I do
Ross?
have another one. Yeah. That's the sandwich one.
Hairy stockings, solid. Doggles, solid.
Oh, see, this one was bizarre to me. Now, it's just underneath. I think that's the one, Craig. Yep. So this is a chopping board bird feeder.
Oh, that's an interesting
Right,
take.
so
if you have a pet bird,
describe that one to the audience there, Smith.
That's fucking great, actually. So
Yeah.
imagine a chopping board, a wooden chopping board that you would use to slice vegetables, bread, that sort of thing on top of. It is stuck onto a wall or a surface so that there's space directly underneath it. There's little holes drilled beneath where you would chop your bread, and then underneath that a funnel takes those crumbs that fall from chopping the bread through the holes in the chopping board, down a funnel, down a pipe, and into a little bird feeder that's about 3 feet from the chopping board.
They've got a little bird there.
Yeah, and there's a little bird sat eating your crumbs. I think that's brilliant, but in what situation in your kitchen are you ever like 3 feet away from a bird that wants to eat your crumbs?
Also, just,
You're not fucking Snow White, are you?
It's useful because it's reducing waste.
it's lazy
right?
as hell. Like, just get those breadcrumbs and put them in the bird feeder.
Yeah.
Brush them into a
You really don't need a tube system.
I love the simplicity of it, but I do not see how that works.
It's
like
probably
you say,
good
just,
for like a barbecue setup, maybe if you're doing it outside anyway, right?
do you chop a lot of bread made barbecues?
I don't know. Maybe not in the UK. Sure, somewhere hot and sunny all
You
the
just
time.
put your thumbs in there and pry the burger back apart,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not chopping up loads of bread.
I mean, they've shown you
outside.
how to make it as well. I mean, it's just drilling holes in a plank.
Oh, I see. So it's not a product.
Well, it could be a product.
Well, it's not though.
Well, we could make it a product.
I just
Stick
do
cat
not...
films on the side of it.
Oh, apparently bread is also bad for birds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stop feeding bread to birds because it can cause a condition called angel wing. The condition is marked by deformed wings and spindly feathers that poke out at right angles.
But angel wing sounds so nice.
It's
It's
a
a poor
result
diet.
of poor diet, such as calorie-rich breads, and causes birds' feathers to develop faster than their bones.
Fuck. So this device is actually like a bird killing machine.
It's a
Well,
bird
yeah.
killer. You've,
Bird killer.
You've
Wow.
looked up a bird killer there, Ross.
Well, that's
That's
fair
awful.
enough. I mean,
That is a euthanizing.
if you've got an
Device.
influx of birds, maybe that is the device for you.
Also, it's a
because you
painful
can-
slow death.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is awful, Ross.
Wasn't there a seed or something you can? Was it bicarb? What is it where you can? If you,
It's an urban myth.
I mean, it doesn't blow them up, right? But
Mm.
it's not good for them.
People used to say if you fed bread dusted in bicarbonate instead of the seagulls or pigeons, it would make
Yeah.
them explode. But I think it just gives them horrible indigestion because
Yeah.
the bicarb
I think we'd
causes
see
Could you
more
get into
videos
trouble for doing that?
online
of
if that were the
exploding
case.
birds.
Yeah.
Huh?
Could you get into trouble for doing that? Do you think?
Yeah,
I saw
definitely.
a
It's animal
dude,
cruelty.
A dude stomped down and killed a seagull for taking his chips recently.
Yeah.
Did you see that
Was he
at all? No, he was just
charged?
he was irate. I think he was charged with like just a public offence
Disorder
order type
offence.
thing where you just. I mean, a guy's trampling on birds. I mean, seagulls are
chips.
annoying, but I wouldn't trample one down.
I don't think so.
I could.
Yeah, you
Don't get me wrong. I could stomp the
Yeah.
shit out of it, but I'm
Well,
not going
no
to.
one's, no one's judging your ability and your strength.
I'm just saying, I'm
Ross.
putting out there that
I'm
I
not
could.
questioning
I
it.
could definitely kill a bird. I'm just saying. I know that you're doubting me.
When I first met you, one of the first things I thought was like, this guy looks like he knows how to kill a seagull.
yeah.
Bird
Like,
killer. Bird killer.
Good.
straight
I'm glad
away.
that that's out there.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys could kill birds too.
Oh, well, I
You
mean,
look capable.
I don't want to take your crown.
Yeah.
What's that weird bird that's
cassowary.
really aggressive though?
cassowary.
I
The
don't-
cassowary.
The cassowary.
Yes.
I don't think you could kill that.
No.
It'd be a tough one.
Do you know? I'll be the first to admit I can't. I don't think I could kill that bird.
Wow.
Its
Cassowary.
claws were like
You've grown
like
old.
daggers. Craig will find a picture for the lovely
Cassowary.
audience watching. But
Yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
he's got the name right. But yeah, dude.
It's like an
yeah,
ostrich.
this is a Florida man story, which is
Ah.
great. Florida man got basically stabbed to death or beaten to death by the legs of a
Look at those
cassowary.
chunky legs.
Now,
So
now, if I was to describe the legs or the claws, it would literally be similar to the velociraptors in Jurassic Park,
They've
but a
got
little bit longer.
dinosaur-like feet. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
They
And
also look a little bit like somewhere between like an
Ostrich.
emu, a peacock, and a turkey.
Yeah.
I'd say like
They've got a big flat, big
fucking
lumpy
fast as
body,
well. Yeah.
two legs
God, look at
poking
those
out.
awful claws. Jesus shitting Christ.
yeah, they're big, aren't
They mess you up.
they? Yeah.
It's a very aggressive thing.
They
Yeah.
also can charge you. They can run very fast,
how
so you can
much?
get charged. How far? What?
Sorry,
Oh,
it's a
nice.
dad joke,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
squeezed in.
It was, yeah.
Well, an ostrich can run pretty fast. It's a very similar shape.
I like their body. I like that their body looks a little bit like a toupee with legs.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, wow.
It really does. It's such a silky,
The hair is just getting away from me.
Yeah.
it's a shiny black. Oh, that's terrifying. It's
I
a
don't know if that's
close up.
it's got a nice face, I guess.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's got like a very
It's
tall.
got a nice little blue
what's that
neck.
thing called? Like a bony
Crest.
crest, yeah.
between its eyes, pointed up.
Yeah.
No, well, you don't have to make love to it. You just avoid fighting it.
You said it looked quite nice, Ross.
Yeah, nice isn't, fuckable.
You said attractive, I think. Hot.
Yeah,
would
bang
do.
it.
Would
Yeah.
bang. Bird
Yeah.
killer.
If I had to bang it to stop it from killing me, I would. There it is again. I've said it.
If it laid it out, it's like, no.
I'll kill a seagull for it as well.
Oh my God.
They will be my new overlords.
trample.
Honestly, I will let them dominate me.
Wow.
So what's interesting about these animals, these birds? Yeah, you know that thing on the top of their head. I'm
Yep.
fairly sure that material is made from similar material to like what nails and hair are made of.
Okay, yeah.
So you know how a rhino
That's not
horn's
surprising, I guess.
horn is in fact more similar to hair than bone.
Is it?
Yeah. So a rhino horn is more similar to hair. What the hell is it called?
So you could crimp it if you wanted to.
Potentially.
I remember you crimped your hair.
They do have blood. No, they do have blood vessels and things in them, I think.
Right,
but
me too.
That's weird. But so remember,
keratin, people are saying.
We went to.
Is that what it is?
We went to see the Jurassic Park game launch a while back, and there was this guy that inspired one of the main characters from Jurassic Park. The Doctor.
So nice to meet the dinosaurs.
Ian Malcolm.
Scary in real life, aren't they?
No, not Ian Malcolm.
Jeff Goldblum.
Not Jeff Goldblum. The other one. Come on. You know the one. He's like the guy that's out in the desert firing the shotgun shell down into the ground to do the sensor. Yeah, that guy. So the person who
the actual scientist.
The actual scientist behind that character did a talk about it, and he was saying about how, because dinosaurs were so similar to our birds, there are things when we recover their skeleton, we get their bones a lot of the time because bones last a long time. However, things that don't quite last as long are things like these crests. Right. So these crests over time will degrade much faster than the bone. So when you find a fossil, you might not necessarily find one of these crests. So he's saying
know what they look like, I guess.
Exactly.
Right.
So he was saying things like Triceratops and all those things had.
Whoa.
Siri
saying bird.
Bird. Triceratops and those sort of things would have like these crests and things. So it
Big,
might be that
crests.
they would have much bigger, more elaborate crests that were made of this material that simply rotted away because they don't last as well as bones.
Also, they're super vibrant and colourful.
Exactly. Yeah, they were more like birds of paradise.
Yeah.
But their legs, man. Their legs look like they're being puppeteered. Like they're giant arms that are just leathery and disgusting. Anyway, I wouldn't want to fight one. But would fuck one to avoid fighting it. So
and kill
would serve one as an overlord.
I would, yeah. They could definitely be my king and queen.
Why not?
Right, so we've got 15 minutes left. Let's go into current news, shall we?
Okay.
So we've covered a lot of inventions and stuff. So current news recently, the horrible thing happened with how do you say it? Notre Dame or
Notre Dame?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Oh, I fucking hate that. Notre Dame.
Notre Dame
has no insurance policy. I think that was because it was just. Is it just too expensive?
Probably impossible to
It's
insure.
just impossible to insure a building of that scale.
But
unfortunately, what actually caught fire? Did they actually find out? Yeah.
The roof.
The spire. Yeah.
What caused it to catch fire?
What caught fire? Was it just the roof?
The roof and the spire. So they had this massive oak roof that's all lovely and intricate, and that burnt. Oak burns great, especially really well seasoned old oak wood.
Yeah, great for a nice little warm fire.
The heat that would have been putting out would have been something special. Something I read today actually about this. They're saying that the person who wrote The Hunchback of Notre Dame should consider giving a percentage of book sales towards the restoration of Notre Dame, and I'm like, why?
I mean, what? Because of the name usage, or just because of the fact that it's based there?
Granted, I skimmed the article, but that was what they were talking about.
It's the type of thing that you would expect. They might just say, "Oh, I'm going to give proceeds towards it because
Ubisoft did that because one of the Assassin's Creed Unity, they did scans of Notre Dame. They're providing the
that's a good idea. Yeah,
the mapped geometry of it for their
rebuilding
restoration, and also donated 500,000.
I mean, at this point, it's just like free PR,
free marketing.
isn't it? Like free marketing.
It is in a way.
Absolutely.
It is. I mean,
people are jumping.
Yeah,
on
I
this.
mean, obviously, billionaires and stuff are throwing money at it, which is a great thing. Like, you can't really shoot that down in any way. But I know what you mean. Like, their name's going to be on some sort of plaque in there saying we funded this. But
it is self-serving though. Like, I don't want to be the guy that says like, billionaires. Well,
you just do it for your image.
You're right. It is great. I'm very thankful to these people for coming forward and spending their vast wealth to restore something
like this. Almost $1 billion
so
far, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of money. However, these people got together like 400 million in cash in like a week or whatever.
I mean, if in a day.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the day after, wasn't it? Yeah.
Somebody posted on Twitter, it's like, yes, this is great and stuff, but you've got to bear in mind that.
What about the water crisis?
Exactly. Like.
So and so.
There's I can't remember the numbers obviously because this is spuriousfacts.com, but like imagine if those. It just goes to show what those billionaires could do to help. Like, so $1 billion.
Other causes that actually help
exactly.
more people. Because obviously, was anyone actually injured in this fire?
No.
I don't know if firefighters may have been injured.
The French firefighters are extremely good.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're like world renowned as being like the best firefighters in the world.
Yeah.
And they did an amazing job at stopping and preventing further damage, structural damage to the whole thing.
It was horrible to watch because, I mean, in a way, it's kind of, you didn't want to look away because you wanted to make sure that it was safe and stuff, but at the same time, you're kind of, it's like watching a car crash or something. You want to see it, but you don't want to see that happen.
Especially if you married it.
especially if you married the building, of course, like someone has married Eiffel Tower.
But this was a glamorous project. This is the thing. There are all sorts of much less glamorous projects like dealing with the heroin crisis in the US and stuff like that.
Or the Flint water crisis.
Exactly. The billionaires could help with if they wanted to. I know it's their money. I'm not saying that they should be using their money to do this. But like when there's
a personal gain,
exactly, and there's such a disproportionate amount of wealth that it's just like 400 million for this, sure. I mean,
it doesn't dent their bottom line.
It doesn't dent it, and I can be the guy that was known for rebuilding this fantastic wonder.
Also, it's a case of them being so close to it personally. They were born and raised in France. The billionaires were from France. The Notre Dame means more to them than say the Michigan.
Yeah, problem. I feel like if there was like you say, a water crisis or whatever in Paris, I'm sure maybe they would step up. We don't know. You know, obviously those things might affect them in a personal way rather than them throwing money in other countries, which you'd hope that they would help in those countries. But did you hear how long it might take to rebuild it?
40 years?
40 years potentially.
Long time.
Well, they're looking at redesigning it, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, they're looking at architects.
Nice, at a hotel.
Yeah, just get some money through it. Yeah,
maybe.
That sounds awful.
Is that why these billionaires are investing? Because they could get...
They're going to develop 60 luxury properties on the top of the Notre Dame
How many sperm extractors you could fit
up the tallest building. Yeah. Oh my God.
Sperm extractors.
Just bursting out of it like a spore. Oh my God.
Yeah,
that'd be awful. But 40 years, because I think it's something to do with the sourcing all the oak, and getting the right stonemasons to build it in the correct way, in the official way that it was originally built in.
Yeah.
Whether they'll actually do it in those methods, we don't know.
I don't think they will.
You'd think that there would be modern ways to sort it out.
I think they would. I think they're going to change the design.
Corrugated iron.
Yeah. Well, so going back to the oak thing, like you were saying, they need to source the oak.
Yeah.
So oak obviously takes a very long time to grow. Yeah. So like a mature oak tree.
A couple of weeks, right?
Yeah. It takes a long time to mature an oak tree. It's a person's lifetime essentially. Yeah. What was really interesting is when like in the past when England have had to build like fleets of ships and things like back when we were building them from wood still. Yeah. Like we would have to plan. Like so there'll be like plantations of new oak trees because in 80 years time they want to make sure that royal family or whatever has or that military has the capacity to build more ships.
Right.
So it's just mad when you think about it.
And you'll never be alive to see the product of these trees.
Exactly. And with the Notre Dame Cathedral, I'm guessing that they need certain lengths and sizes and widths of wood that you need a tree big enough to get that length of wood out, right? Because back then when it was built, wood was more abundant or forests were more abundant in that area. Like, I don't know, it's quite interesting. I think
you think beyond
using living
your
materials.
own lifetime and think to the greater good of
the
human race or the France population.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, obviously it sucks it takes so long. So, and that's why I think they're going to redesign it because I don't think they can wait for oak trees to grow. The world might be over by then anyway.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true. I mean, did you see the other thing that came from it? You put here the that YouTube mistakenly flags Notre Dame Cathedral Fire as 9/11 conspiracy. So is that the idea that it's related to terrorism in some way? Do you think?
I think it was literally just it was automatically flagged because it had fire and stuff in it, and I guess some keywords or algorithms picked it up as like the 9/11 Twin Towers falling, as the spire falling. I don't know how it picked this up.
I mean,
it's interesting how stressful those images are, isn't it? Like,
well, as you see, see a giant fire, and obviously, like you do hark back to stuff like 9/11, where it is harrowing. There are people inside. You want everyone to get out, but it's halfway through, and there's a blazing fire. So, like, it's not good to look at, and it does, remind
images
you of that
plumes of smokes over cities. It's just like there's something very.
It's almost like it's got that unrealistic filmic kind of look to it.
Like
so
shit's
it kind of looks
bad.
I can't believe this is actually happening.
Exactly.
This is something epic and it's being destroyed in front of our eyes. It's awful.
With this problem, it says here the algorithm is supposed to display information panels with links to third-party sources, so it's like a fact-checking algorithm,
right?
Including Encyclopedia Britannica and Wikipedia, while displaying videos on subjects linked to conspiracies. But apparently this was incorrectly flagged as a 9/11 conspiracy theory.
Yeah, because there was something I read this morning was that police arrested in New York a dude who was carrying a gas canister through which cathedral was it? There was a cathedral in New York that he was walking through and spilling petrol around,
right?
Which instantly kind of like anyone spilling petrol anywhere would be suspicious. But he was like, oh no, my van is running out of fuel. I just cut through to try and fill it up.
Right.
Van had fuel in it. It was fine. So like you have that kind of
what the
copycat idea that people
Did they arrest this person?
Yeah, they arrested him. I don't think there's any further information yet.
That's
but
nuts.
That's scary. Like that's kind of like inspired someone to go burn down a cathedral for whatever reason, religious or otherwise. So moving on, let's move on from that. Something I saw earlier on, which I found kind of interesting and also disturbing. What do you think about the idea of orbital billboards?
What,
orbital?
Like in orbit?
As in orbit, a billboard in the sky that advertises a product.
That kind of reminds me of the blimp in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
In a way, but way worse. Like taking up sky space.
I feel like that belongs to everybody, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, of course. You don't want to look up sky. Oh yeah, there's a shooting star, and oh look, Pepsi.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got a new deal on one of their. It's like what the fuck?
Covering up the moon.
Yeah. But yeah, PepsiCo partnered with a Russian startup to test orbiting billboards.
That's fucking amazing. I mean,
I think the
tech behind it is incredible.
The original idea I don't think was taken as a serious thing to
Did they actually get something into orbit?
But Pepsi, no.
Oh,
not yet.
right.
It's an idea that they're working on. But like, what do you think about like that as a thing? I mean, if that ever came to fruition, surely that would be like
it feels like
awful.
It's the last thing that hasn't got advertising on it.
Yeah, like
apart from
nature
the sea,
just
projecting onto the sea would be interesting, but no one's there to see it.
Yeah, well, it depends on where it was. Like, I mean, anything's ad space, I guess, but that would be so tragic if it got to that stage where we're just looking up at the sky and just seeing the latest deals and like, I'll buy some.
When someone hacks into it and there's porn in the sky,
and then
we all have there's a projector in the sky. It's porn.
We all have to wear glasses like that have been modded as like ad blockers. So like, when you look up, it replaces the image.
Yeah, with just like a generic stars.
Yeah.
You can see the square edges. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Glad I'm having to wear my Google Glass everywhere now just to stop all the ads.
I miss 2019 where I could just look up and they wouldn't be there. But I just thought it was a horrifying thought. If that ever came to fruition, I mean, I can't imagine it ever happening. And also the expense of it would probably be just astronomical, which works with the but I thought that was an interesting story.
It is very interesting.
It's the cost to get that up there versus how much advertising.
I mean, the first to put it up there would probably it'd be worth it to a degree, right? In terms of they'd have that publicity, negative or otherwise. It doesn't really matter.
Put your name on the map, wouldn't it? But then, if you can afford to do that, your name is already on the map. So
this is true. Why fill the sky with more shit?
Coke will do
especially
it.
I mean, that picture's evocative in the sense it's just over this mountainside. It looks really pretty, and then you've just got this fucking
stylish. What does it say?
Something cola.
Stylish cola.
Like that.
Of course, they're advertising the cola.
Yeah,
Coca-Cola company, the one that can afford it.
How big would that have to be as well? Like, what level of? Because obviously there's different heights of orbit. Like, even at the lowest orbit, you're like 30 miles up.
Oh shit! We just crashed into the ISS, International Space Station.
Yeah, so it would have to be something. Like, the ISS is pretty fucking big, and we see it as a speck flying through the sky, and that's in quite a low Earth orbit.
That's true.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, so that thing would have to be gigantic.
Unless it was just like a load of coordinated tiny, satellites that are all lit up and. Then they change, like a kind of just a big LED screen that moves across in the sky, and they're all just in unison.
What's the proposed
technology? That's a good
idea. Let's have a look. I mean, it's quite a long article. I don't want to just fill this with reading it all, but Start Rocket performed an exploratory test for stratosphere advertisements using the Adrenaline Game Changers logo. So a one-time event. We have no further plans to test commercially use the technology at this time. But I mean, the fact that they're testing this type of thing just kind
swarms of mini satellites called CubeSats to project ads in the night sky. So literally what you're saying, coordinated grids of little satellites.
It's a depressing vision of a potential future.
It's a dystopic future, isn't it? But we're already in a dystopic future, really.
I don't think that's going to happen. I hope not.
It's elements of it. I mean, you could always you're going to die young enough, or like potentially. You could always just go and live in the countryside somewhere and forget all this exists until you die, and then
Coca-Cola billboard drifts over your countryside.
There it is. And then a megaphone. It's like, buy Coca-Cola.
Get a potato cannon out. Try.
That'd be tragic. So we've got a couple more questions.
Thanks, Patreons,
from our
for giving us questions.
Users, supporters. Thank you very much. You can support us on patreon.com/HatFilms. Lovely coordination. I like that.
Excellent.
There's a few questions here. Do you want to cherry pick any of these? Trott, you found these.
Cherry pick? They are cherry picked already. So any of those are good. They're not really relevant because no one knew the topic. So
of course,
these are generic questions. Thank you, appreciate it.
I'll go for one from Josh. Is there any one thing or event that has made you irrationally angry or made you respond in an irrational way?
Seagulls. So I had to trample one because they attacked my chips.
Good. I know you're capable of it.
Yeah,
I'm a bird killer. I could bloody do that. Yeah, in the right angry state.
To answer it seriously,
like in our job, or?
Just in general, I think. Has anything happened that's made you irrationally angry? Where maybe afterwards you're like, oh, I probably overreacted or something. I don't know.
Most days, yeah.
I think
for me,
me it's mouth human noises.
Yeah.
That makes me irrational.
That's you got misophonia, right?
Well,
so that's actually kind of like
that's the scientific term, which isn't really fully researched yet, but I would like to not have that.
But it makes you.
It's not
furious.
a choice I have, but it makes me instantly angry when I hear mouth noises up close or loud, for sure.
I just hate what happened to me. It was a few months ago. But a guy was driving. I was driving out of a McDonald's drive-through, and the guy just like cut me off. Then he got really angry at me, and I was just like, "What did I do?" Then he waited there and just was kind of like waving his arms around, like being irate. And I'm just like, "Well, just go then."
Totally misread the situation.
Just go. And I was just like, "Why aren't you just going? You're the one who cut me off, and you're angry at me.
Yeah,
just keep going." Like
road rage is a big deal.
I stopped so you can go.
Yeah.
But sometimes people just go so insane, especially on like road rage
in cars.
Yeah.
But that made me very angry.
I'm not surprised.
Mine's using the Now TV app on Samsung televisions.
Oh my god, that is awful.
It makes you
That's an awful experience. I mean, it's
trying to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and it just doesn't work. I actually got in contact with them
ever.
last year, and I was like, "Hey, your app fucking sucks." I didn't say this. I was like,
"Who built this?
I really want to fix this. Is there a firmware update, or perhaps can I flash like a new version of your software onto my television?" I'm willing to work for it. And they're like, "At this time, our engineers don't have an update for you." And I'm like, "When's it going to happen?" They're like, "Any time in the next year." And it's never been updated. It's still shit.
It's odd because that's a paid service. You think they would prioritize getting this working, but there's so many different platforms.
And they don't give a fuck about the tech. All they care about is subscriber base. Like they'll go, "Right, we've got Game of Thrones. Pay us £10 a month to watch it." And I'll go, "Yeah." And then you're like, "Right, so how am I watching it?" They're like, "Oh, this is fucking shitty app we made. Here you go. Thanks for your money.
Good luck."
It's like they paid college students to make an app real quick for them. It's so bad.
When you pay good money for a shit product, that makes me very angry, irrationally angry.
That's good. That's a good one.
That's not irrational.
Okay, so Abby says, short and sweet, what's your favourite type of content to make? I personally love making real life stuff involving like sketches and stuff. Like what was I looking at the other day? There was a 2017 rewind we did, and watching it back now, I realised we literally only included the live action stuff because we were like cherry picking our favourite things. Yeah. And although gaming is the main thing we do on our channel, the thing that's really exciting and fun is to make that stuff, but
lasting memories.
You have to do the gaming stuff to be able to afford to do that stuff.
Yeah.
And although it's fun,
but also
you
just can't afford to make that kind of content all the time.
No, it would be a case of us making a video every 2 weeks rather than every single day, which we do right now.
I think we all agree that our vlogs. And
the vlog stuff is
because of the experiences we have, and also sketches because it's very creative.
The one we did on Craig's Big Day Out, I loved making. That was so much fun. And it was just on the fly.
And also the hat chat.
A little sketch we did.
That was fun.
Well, some games as well. Like sometimes, like when you find a lot of the time we play games and we enjoy it. But I if somebody said, "Oh, would you rather go out and do this?" I'd be like, "Yeah." But sometimes you come in and you're quite knackered. You quite enjoy just like sitting there and playing like Human Fall Flat or something that makes you genuinely laugh. You're like,
definitely.
This is like so stupid, but quite fun. That content's nice as well.
It's all good, really.
But on the flip side of that, it's a shame when there's something you really enjoy, but your audience doesn't enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
So then you're like kind of like, oh man, like we really enjoy doing it, but if we put it out, we're just gonna kind of
not
financially cripple ourselves. So like, you've got to find a balance.
Doesn't translate to good content for the consumer.
So that's a shame. But otherwise, I really love doing the vlog stuff.
But, thanks.
And hopefully
Abby.
there's more stuff soon.
So. We got a big trip coming up. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. One from Naomi. Would you guys consider doing more trips like that, where patrons could give you a series of realistic Top Gear / Grand Tour challenges to complete? I mean, that would be great if people gave us challenges and stuff. But we do want to do more trips, and we are planning more stuff. But again, they're kind of very expensive.
We have to take a plunge.
Depends what they are.
If there's no like Xbox E3 brand or tie-in to like jet us out. Yes, we've got a trip that we're funding entirely ourselves coming up.
Yeah. And then we tend to do things like that cost money to do simply because
it's more interesting to see.
Yeah, we know that from start to finish that's going to be something interesting to film. Like whilst if we just drove somewhere in Somerset, like maybe we could think. We could
make it. We could make it interesting to a degree, but there's always that kind of. you want that grandeur kind of that's really cool thing we're doing that looks interesting for you to watch, and also we're having fun as well.
We're making the most of the job we have.
Yeah.
Because we're in a privileged position to be able to do these things. We're making the most of it, and also it comes across better in our content when we're really enjoying ourselves, doing something special.
And we're not going to be young forever.
No, so we're
this is probably our last 10 years of not having to worry about the potential implications of doing something.
Yeah.
Like white water rafting when you're 40, more dangerous than doing it when you're 30.
Crash me back, I can't row anymore.
Yeah.
Replacement hip.
Yeah, man, I need replacement knees. That'd be great. Robo knees.
Just flick them on and off.
Hey, Trott, this one will wank you off.
A couple of sperm extractors on the end.
A sperm extractor on my knees. They look weird.
This one's got a Russian animatronic face on it.
Hello. Oh, it's your knee.
Cody's asked an interesting question. I'd like to know the reasoning behind making a new channel for the podcast. Why not just use your main channel to get more views? Now,
good question.
We wanted to, originally with the old podcast we made, which is the same title. But basically, we have different kind of audiences who wanted to watch different stuff. And we're still learning that now in terms of, we've been doing this for 8 years. We don't know what our audience necessarily wants at any given time. So we're trying to make our main channel more gaming. Obviously, we'll put some vlog stuff on there as well, but that's so far and few between that it's
there's
fine.
no other place for those,
but
really.
Podcasty stuff, I feel like might turn certain people away because they just want to watch us fuck around in Human Fall Flat or GTA or something. And this is a bit more kind of chatty, long form, and now there's a nice home for it. So anyone who's dedicated to listen to this stuff has a specific place for it. You're not going to get spammed with other live stream videos. You're not going to get spammed with gaming videos that you may not be interested in. This is just a home for it. So I think that's a good thing to separate these things.
You may be an anomaly, but if you look at the habits of the average YouTube user, when they click subscribe, it's because they know the content they're going to get. When you subscribe and then when a new video comes out that's completely different from the average, that's more of a turn off than a
definitely.
I'm glad I subscribed.
It's like when we try to link brands and companies, different videos. So for example, at the moment we're planning a trip, and I'm trying to get in contact with people to see if we can film certain places, and I send them content of our vlogs. But if I just said, "Here's our YouTube channel," they would see like Monopoly or like
Trials Monopoly or something. Where are the vlogs?
Relevant?
Does that work with their brands as well? Not that that's our main priority, but that helps.
It helps.
Helps us extend our life on YouTube.
Having a destination which is largely similar.
Yeah,
because it's not a huge hindrance. Obviously, views and everything and subscriber counts, but it's not a huge hindrance for the user to pick Hat Chat, subscribe to it, and know they're getting Hat Chat.
And in a way, it's helpful to the user for the reasons you just said.
You don't want to spam with other stuff, which is because we were considering making, and we still are considering making another channel which is just for vlogs. Which is where all the live action stuff goes, because we get it all the time where people are just like, oh, I don't want to watch a vlog, I want to watch something else. And having those separate homes,
having a combat in
maybe
our
that's
comments.
a good thing, I don't know. But it's tricky because obviously most of our money comes from the main channel. And obviously that's going to get more views because there's more opportunities for more people to see it.
It's a big risk moving our vlogs, which do get decent views, off a channel onto a new one.
Whereas this is funded by Patreon and stuff, so we can confidently make a new channel. It's not necessarily worry about monetization on the YouTube channel, and just focus on the fact that you guys are supporting it in a different way, and that's why this is in a separate place.
And then I can hear the questions now about why don't you Patreon the trips. There's then an issue of us thinking that we're just taking your money and having a good holiday with it. So we don't really want to promote that, and then you guys feel like you have an ownership on what we do and why we're spending this money doing that. So there's a weird blurred line there of a grey area that I don't.
Although I think the first video we did announcing the Patreon, we were buying like £100 worth of scratch cards, which when we were doing it at the time, we was like, oh, okay, I guess this is funny. It's dumb.
But then,
I guess if anyone knows us, that's the stupid shit we do. I mean, it's not done in a negative intention, but the rest supports the other content.
Some solid questions there from our patrons. So thank you for supporting us and allowing Hat Chat to be sustained. That is the tier on Patreon. There's also the I like both if you like our video content. You can support both of that as well. And that's all added at the end of the VOD. Your name will be listed in a nice credit sequence on our Hat Chat YouTube channel.
If you want to become a patron of us, go to patreon.com/hatfilms and you'll be able to find the details there.
Thanks.
Nice. Right, so you can send in your fingals to us. We've got, obviously, we had the first fingal you heard at the beginning, which we'll be playing at the end as well. To hatchat@hat-films.com. We've had quite a few in, so we're going to try and see if we can. We might get too many that we might have to top and tail each episode with new ones. We'll see how that goes. Currently, the podcast still isn't on iTunes. I'm furious about. But I don't know how to fix that until they
Spotify though, right?
Spotify's up there. It should be on Google Play. And if you have an RSS feed for it, you can just put it in any player you use. So that should be fine. Yeah, and I think the other thing is our Hat Chat podcast channel. Go subscribe to it. It's doing well so far. That's supporting us as well. So,
it's also really great to like read the comments and stuff.
I think so. Yeah,
I read like most of the comments on Reddit posts, and then I go to YouTube and I'll read those. But for the podcast, it's great to get feedback and
fact checks as well.
Yeah, and plenty of fact. Well, I don't like those because often
the facts
they
were wrong.
They disprove me.
But it's fine. It's all fun. So we're Hat Films. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.